Why Dubai? I mean, two reasons I came to Dubai. One, sorry, can I get that? Yeah. Hello, Malik. Hey man, I'll be there in about 30 minutes. Anything. Okay, bye. Yeah, sorry. Why Dubai? There was two reasons for Dubai. Number one, I actually came to Dubai. I've been coming here for like 10 years on holidays. I first came, I think, around 2001, and I just fell in love with the place. Being of like a Muslim background, it's kind of the most Western Muslim country you'll get. Obviously, Afghanistan's out of the question. Taliban rule, Saudi's a bit too harsh. And Dubai is Muslim, but at the same time it's very Western. It's got that culture of Western expats coming a lot. We've got the Western media, everything like that. So when I came here, I fell in love, the beaches, the lifestyle, and I thought, you know, I could see myself living here. I go on holiday a lot, but Dubai is one of the only places I thought, you know, I could live here. This is the kind of place which suits me, the weather, the laid-back lifestyle. So I remember I went back to the UK about after the fifth holiday to Dubai. I think it was 2005 or 2006. And I went back to my 9 to 5, which was like a salesman in Essex. And it was raining. I had grannies come into the shop asking me the most stupidest questions. And I was thinking, is this my life? Is this it? Like, this is depressing. And I remember going training as well in the cold winter in Daniel Bazot's place in Church Halls. And sorry again. Yeah, Christine. Hello. Yeah, someone's, tell them to wait, yeah, they're coming right now.
Oh, you're coming right now?
Yeah, okay, thanks, man.
Okay.
So yeah, and the weather and the training, and I was not enjoying any more life in the UK, and I was single, and I thought, you know, and I've got no ties, nothing holding me back. And you know what really changed my opinions was that last time I came, I remember I had a fight coming up like in the 3-4 months, and I came and I was looking for a gym to just train, you know, keep myself like a bit the rust off. And I was looking on Google, calling everywhere, and I couldn't find nowhere to train. I found one place which did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a karate dojo, not even a boxing gym. So I went to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu area, and I was like, it was like a small tatami, a few coaches from Brazil, and it was not a bad class, not very advanced, it was quite basic. And I sat there and I was speaking to people saying, is there any MMA clubs? Is there anything like MMA? And people were like, what is MMA like? What do you mean MMA? I was like, the UFC, you know, Hoist Gracie, saying names, and they were like, oh, no, not here, you know, this is jiu-jitsu, wrestling, they like this here. So I thought, oh, okay. So I didn't think at the time, I started training, and then we left. I remember going back to UK and I was thinking, you know what? I saw the media a lot, Dubai, the boom in Dubai, the beaches, the Burj Al Arab, this, that, all celebrities like Beckham, Tom Cruise are all buying houses in Dubai. This is the place to be. The economy, the sheikh. Like I remember when you watch horse racing on Channel 4, sometimes you see the leader of Dubai, Sheikh Maktoum. He was just like the best bred horses. They like money was Dubai. Even if you see rap songs or movies, everyone's like Dubai this, Dubai that. I was thinking it's shocking. There's no MMA events or there's no actual MMA gym. There's like a market there. Like they've got money. Everyone's going there, from tennis players to footballers, but there's no fighters are going there. I was thinking this is weird, strange. So then I sat there thinking, like, you know what, I could set something up here, like, give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But with me, or any fighter, in my opinion, who fights, to be a fighter, you take risks. It's one of those things where, if you want to fight in the first place, you're those kind of guys who, you don't talk, you'll just do it practically. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. But at least I can say I did it. I fought that guy. Win or lose, you try and do it. So I started planning, and I remember one day I was just at work, and I thought, you know what, I'm booking a flight. And I booked it like a week later. No one believed me. They thought I'm going on holiday. Packed up, took all my things. I left my car back home as well, but I just took all my clothes. And not much anyway, because like shorts and t-shirts, that's all you need in Dubai due to the weather. I came here, I joined the club where I used to do that jiu-jitsu class. And I said to the guy who owns the place, I said, you know what, I fight professional MMA. I've been around the scene for like 10 years, around the best athletes and coaches and fighters, and I've got experience in coaching as well. Could I hire your room maybe just to try a class, maybe once a week, see if people like it? He's like, yeah, sure, why not? I remember high class, the first time it was so hard, I was like, myself on the PC, printing flyers, sticking it around, UFC, this, that, Hoist Gracie, tagging these huge names, and like, no one was coming. I mean, I had to get one girl I knew and one of my friends, Abdullah, to come. I had to beg them to come. So like, they're just sitting there thinking, what is this rubbish? I mean, they didn't even understand jiu-jitsu, they didn't understand wrestling, clinch work. So I think 3-4 weeks went, I had like 2-3 customers, and there were people not even paying me. But then one journalist called me out of the blue and said, listen, I've heard about your classes you're doing, and I'd like to do an article on this. And this is from a newspaper called 7 Days. That's the equivalent to the Sun in the UK. It's a huge newspaper in the Dubai, especially. I think the UAE. They came, did an article on me, and it was front cover. I mean, front cover of 7 Days, which like everyone sees. It's a free newspaper. It's got me choking the journalist and saying, I think cage fighting comes to Dubai. After that, he had my number in it. I must have had about 1,000 phone calls and hours. There were so many phone calls, my battery kept dying. I had to buy another battery from the store. So people are coming. The next day I come to the class and there were so many people. We were in the hallway, we couldn't even fit them in. So I'm like, listen, I need to make new classes, and people started enjoying it. Then you saw the people who knew MMA, the niche market, like, yeah, you know Royce Gracie, you know this, and they were going crazy. No, we don't believe you. And I was like, yeah, bringing videos. And from there I started educating people, lending them DVDs, giving them links on YouTube. And it just took off. With that, the classes, they were enjoying it, it grew. And it was doing really well. And I think where it really took off was when I did my first seminar in 2009. I brought Royce Gracie over. And that's when it really just went from there to there. I think people thought, yeah, he's talking, okay, he fights, but UK, what's UK? Small shows, no stars, this and that. So I brought Royce, I remember like 80 plus people in a big hall I had to hire. A huge sports center. The feedback was crazy, and after that, it showed my legitimacy. They showed that, look, he's a professional fighter from a good camp, as well as he's coached from one of the greats, a pioneer. So this shows that he's not here for fun, he's not here for the money, he's real. He wants to show people that this is a real sport, and I'm here to teach. And I mean, from there, it's a history, man. I mean, it took off, class was getting busier. I've had fights from all around the world come, to the point where I wanted to my dream was to come here and make my own full-time gym and just start teaching the locals here and breed the first local MMA fighter off Emirati basis, meaning a Dubai or UAE citizen. And now obviously I've established that, so whatever happens from now, what happened before, my goal was achieved. I'm not one of those guys who wants to be a multi-billionaire, who wants to be a celebrity, I don't care, but my goal was to do what I enjoy, and I'm doing it. Okay, basically the name Contender, why I chose Contender was simple. I mean, there's too many clubs around the world now who are calling themselves champions clubs, Spartan clubs, the Warriors, Kings of Kings. I mean, these tacky taglines. I mean, no offense to these clubs, but they're tacky. Not everyone's a king, not everyone's going to be a champion. Not everyone's a Royce Gracie, a GSP, a Mayweather. You've got to be realistic. I'm not going to bullshit people and say, look, come to my club, you're the next big thing now. You've got to be realistic. Like I'm with myself. Contender, I chose that. Actually, the name came to me, I was watching on Channel 4 in UK, the 100 greatest quotes in movie history, and the Brando one from On the Waterfront, where he goes, I could have been a contender, I could have been somebody instead of a bum. I was like, yeah, I like that. I love that quote, and I love Brandon. I was like, you know what? Contender, that's a great name. Why? Two reasons. Anyone's a contender. You join my gym, you're a contender. Everyone's got that chance to make it or try their best and see how far they get. Everyone from zero is a contender. You get a few champions, but everyone's got that chance. And the quote sounded good, and I checked around, no one had that name. There was a TV show before that, but it wasn't, trademarked to no gym. And I thought, you know what? And I brainstormed so many, but I kept coming back to that Contender. And when you have that first thought of the name in your head, it sticks. And I just thought, you know what, I'm doing Contender. And from there, the rest is history, man. Contender's the one I wanted to stick with. I mean, there's many things to look forward to when people come to Contender Gym. Number one, I mean, we're in Dubai. It sells itself. And that's not an arrogant statement. I'm just being truthful. People go Thailand, they go Brazil, they go Miami, these places, but you gotta understand, unless you come to Dubai, you can't appreciate it. Dubai, I mean, you're gonna go Thailand. Nice place, it's cool, it's cheap, but Dubai has everything these countries have, but bigger, better, richer. You've got the best beaches in the world. You've got the best malls in the world, the biggest mall in the world. You've got the tallest tower in the world. You've got the most exclusive hotel in the world. You've got the most exclusive nightclubs in the world, from Cavalli to Armani. I mean, there's no other nightclubs in the world but in this country for these guys. I'm sorry about this. Can I take this call?